Yo guys, what's up? Today I'm just bringing a little spotlight here on the Poll 72 game blog, which has the poll that just came out here, July 29th, 2020. It is now July 31st though when they opened up the poll. I thought there was some interesting stuff in here, so I just figured I'd come make a little video, share some opinions, react to this stuff. So I've already looked at a couple here, but let's just go right in and check it out. Okay, so starting off, let's see. We have split. There's some Ultimate Iron Man questions in here where only Ultimate Iron Man can answer them because it would affect them only. Blah, blah, blah. So let's start looking down. Looks like the first thing they're proposing here is about the costume room, which I don't really use that much. I mean, I offloaded some stuff from my bank, into there to save some room, but I guess it affects Iron Man a lot, or Ultimate Iron Man, I should say. Um, they talk about basically they want to rework it to essentially make it so that you can just store more stuff in there, because I guess right now it's like kind of quonky, kind of wacky. You can only store things if you have like a complete set. You can only store a certain amount of things. So this is just kind of like a quality of life thing to let you store more stuff and kind of upgrade. Like you can see here, they have this wardrobe where, if you have like the lowest tier wardrobe, you can only store 7 mage sets, and then it gets bigger all the way up to the final marble wardrobe where you can store, I guess, however many you want. And then it's like the same idea for an armor case here, with oak being 25 to mahogany being infinite. So for myself, I mean, I don't, sure, I just think that's a quality of life thing. I would vote yes to that. And then these 2, 3, and 4 basically are just asking about just Iron Man. So if that were to go through, would it affect the Ultimate Iron Man? I'm sorry. Like, can they deposit individual pieces? Should they be able to withdraw individual pieces? Should they be able to store duplicate pieces? I don't have an Ultimate Iron Man account, so I can't vote or answer that. I personally would vote yes to this, though, if I was an Ultimate. I just think, some people might think it makes it too easy, but I think that's fine. I think that'd be a cool change. Just nice quality of life stuff here. So that's the first area about the costume room in the player-owned house. So moving on, we get into some various skilling stuff. And then there's also this: should we increase the number of armor and mage sets? So that's just kind of the same question. Anywho, with the skilling stuff, kind of moving on with farming and herblore. This bitch Zahur in, I guess, Narda or whatever will clean unnoted herbs for 200 gold pieces, but this involves quite a few trips to the bank and back. Yeah, fuck that. If you've got a big stash of herbs that are noted. So this is just saying after the hard desert diaries, should she be able to clean noted herbs for the same price? And you don't get XP from that, so it just cleans. So really that's an Iron Man type of thing. And I mean, I say yeah, sure. I mean, if you've done the hard desert diary, I think that's a fair reward. Frankly, I think it might be okay, even if you didn't do the diary, maybe she would charge like double for noted. But yeah, I think that's a definite yes. Just quality of life, no one wants to withdraw 28 herbs at a time, go get them cleaned, whatever. I don't see the harm in that. Next one, talking about auto cleaning of herbs. Nice little quality of life thing. I guess it's already in raids. I never noticed because I just always clean them by just going through really quick and clicking on them. But this is asking if you just click like one herb, should it just go and clean everyone like at 1 or 2 tick interval or whatever. So it would take longer, but it would be more AFK. You could just click it, forget it. Might be good for those that like clean herbs as a herblore training method, or make money off of it or whatnot. I'd vote yes to that too. It's not that big of a deal. Sure, just save some people from carpal tunnel. Go for it. Be nice for Iron Men. Next one is about snapegrass. Should we implement the ability to automatically... Nope, sorry. That is the last one. Okay, when snapegrass was first introduced, the main way of obtaining it was still PVM loot drops. It made sense at that time that it would only degrade into regular compost. Yep, but these days, snapegrass can be grown, and it requires a higher farming level than other super compost ingredients such as watermelons. So if you're unaware, as you can see, it's the highest allotment. Watermelons turn into super compost, but snapegrass doesn't. So just to kind of make that inconsistency, they're just saying, should we make it degrade into super compost? instead of regular, and I think that's fine too. Once again, a lot of these are kind of Iron Man things, or just like, cute quality of life type of things. There might be some people that like over things like that, but I don't see why not. It's a powerful plant, obviously, since it's used in prayer potions and whatnot, and it's kind of expensive. So next question is about what is this, mermaid or I'm sorry, seaweed spores. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief, I never grown seaweed spores a day in my life, but I guess the only way you get these right now is from doing the underwater shit at like Fossil Island, or killing lobstrosities, and they just want to make this a master farmer drop instead, but like at a rare rate. So think of like your high level herb seeds, it'd be like that. Now I think on one hand, I think that it should be they want to make this like no faster than it would be getting them like the quote unquote legit way. I personally think if you could get them from master farmers, maybe they should be a little bit less rare. Like, you should still incentivize people to get them, the legit way for whoever wants to grow seaweed. But I think this would be okay if you could get them like rarely for master farmers. Why not? I'd probably vote yes to that one. Moving on. Last but not least thing for the farming, they want to address spirit tree seeds, because as we know, you can only have a certain amount of spirit trees planted at one time, unless, is it special? Unless you have 99 farming, of course, and you can have as many. At 91, you can have 2 at a time. But after that, there's still a limited amount. There's like maybe 8 spots or whatever that you can plant spirit trees in, and they're a very rare drop, but at a certain point, they're just not useful at all anymore. So this is asking, if you have any spare spirit tree seeds, you could trade them in for tier 5 seed packs at the farming guild, and I think that is a solid thing. I really like the idea of kind of undeadening content, right? Reviving certain content. So I think that'd be a good idea, just to turn all those spirit trees, that you see a spirit tree seed drop, and you just kind of feel like you just got like trolled faced, you just got like rickrolled by that. So this kind of gives meaning to getting those. You could at least get a little bit of money from seeds. So yeah, sure, I'd vote yes to that. Okay, now on to some interesting ones. My forte here, agility and thieving. I'm the agility god, as you can see, the Hallowed Sepulchre god, but we'll get to that later. Okay, we're kicking off our magical mystery tour in Gu Tanoth, which, if you don't know where that is, because I kind of had to look it up too, I'll put a pic on the screen, or maybe you can, if this is large enough, you can see. It's this like ogre enclave here by Filled at Pills. This place, this is Gu Tanoth, okay? They want to, for one, make a shortcut to a hard clue location. I don't know exactly where that is. It's somewhere in here. They want to add a shortcut that requires 71 agility and completion of the Watchtower quest. And it would be faster than, I guess, crossing this bridge or wherever over here. I say, yeah, go for it. Just speeding some things up, giving natural rewards. I think that's awesome. Let's see. Next one is about the Rogue's Den minigame, which they have done some updates on in the past, like making it less aids to get the Rogue set. So this one, they're basically just asking, should players be able to bring stamina and energy pots into the Rogue's Den? I say sure, no harm in that. Just, makes it a bit easier. That's fine. No easy escape here. That's a-okay. Sure. And then finally, on the agility theme, they want to add lap counters, like the ones in the Prifddinas and you guys happy? Prifddinas? You guys happy? I pronounced it right this time, maybe. And the Ape Atoll to all agility courses. It wouldn't track retroactively, so when they add it, if you've done 9,000 laps, it would just be 0. Should they add them to all agility courses? Personally, I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't see the point in it too much. Like, if you really wanted to, you could kind of calculate that. If you said, oh, I did 92 to 99 at, whatever RD course, you could just get out the old calculator and do the math. I personally kind of don't want to see it, but at the same time, I don't care. It's not because I've already done a lot of agility. I just don't care. It's kind of like, I don't know what the point of having the counter is. It's like, yeah, you do a shit ton of courses. And it's not like you get rare things for doing the courses. I mean, I guess you do get the pet, but still, it's not. I don't know. I personally don't care. I'll skip that question. If some people want it, sure. I think it should be a toggle thing, but it would also be a little too extra to have a toggle. Like, they already have that option kind of in RuneLite. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that one. I don't care. Okay, moving on. We got teleport tablets. So this is something I kind of was oblivious to, I guess, because, this is like an Iron Man thing or people that make teletabs. We'd like to give players the option to make teleport tablets for both Ancient and Lunar spellbooks. Of course, the creation and use would be locked behind their respective quests. Creating the tablets would have the same requirements, blah, 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 blah. You guys get the gist. Basically for, the Ancient and Lunar spells. So they already have them for the, what the fuck is that? The Arceus spellbook? I think sure, why not? Maybe some people are afraid like it would devalue certain things, which I guess it could, like Lunar Isles scroll probably wouldn't be as valuable anymore unless you're an Iron Man. Or like the Anakarl teleports, but I say sure, it just makes logical sense to do that, to be able to craft those teletabs. Next up is the gem bag, or just item bags in general. So for the gem bags are useful in a number of ways, but actually getting the gems out of it again is kind of a hassle. Let me verify this. I have a gem bag, very rarely use it, don't use it, do a lot of Slayer. Let's see, is this a hassle? Let's find out. Get the gem bag. Do I even have anything in here? Fuck. I don't think I have any. I don't have any gems in my bank right now. Ugh. Okay. Well, it says it's a hassle. I guess because it's a hassle because you need to empty and then you got to click what you want to empty. So they want to. I'm not sure if they want to add an option to allow this or if they want to change it. But they want to make it so that you can like hit withdrawal all, and it'll just start taking gems out. So let's say you have 3 sapphires, fucking 20 rubies, and some emeralds. It'll take like the sapphires out first. The going up. I guess I don't really give a shit. It's a gem bag. I'll just do whatever I need to do for it. I'd vote yes, I guess. Don't really care. The next one, though, this is actually kind of interesting. This is kind of cheeky. I voted yes on this too, or I would vote yes. I'll vote after this video. But should stolen gems from gem stalls go straight into the gem bag? Now, I think that would be huge for people at AFK or thieve stalls. I don't know if that's like a good thieving method or whatever. I don't know if that's good for money. I don't know if that's good for training or whatever. I know there's like only a couple. Well, there's gem stalls in like the Tsar area, Moryrik or whatever. There's them in Artie, right? Great Kurend, I think that dwarf place, whatever it's called, Keldgrim. I'd say yes. But that might make botting a little prevalent there, right? With auto clickers more likely. But I'd say yeah, sure, why not? Okay, next up, the coal bag. I don't want to spoil that. Coal bag here. We'd like to change the functionality of the coal bag to allow the withdrawal of coal straight to the bag from the bank, similar to how rune pouches work. Currently, you can empty your coal bag into the bank, but you cannot refill it again. I'm not a big coal bag guy, so I guess blast furnace would be a big area for this. I say sure. They've already done so many bank things, like now you can equip armor, eat food from the bank, yada yada. Might as well let you add coal to the bag from the bank. Just a little quality of life thing. Okay, now into my forte. When I saw this is what got me excited. Onto Dark Mayor again, and the Hallowed Sepulchre. I love the Hallowed Sepulchre. I got my Black Graceful set, got all the stuff, got the squirrel, and what did I say? Now, well, I guess I never said this. Well, I think I did say this in a video. Look, I am the Hallowed Sepulchre god. I predicted all this. What did I say about the Hallowed Sepulchre? I love it. I only had one real issue with it, which is that after you get all the uniques with the Hallowed Marks, you kind of don't have any reason to use the Hallowed Marks anymore because there's nothing to use them on. And I said there should be a gamble option or something like at Barbarian Assault where you gamble the points, and you either have a pet chance from it for a certain amount, or which would be rare, of course. It would still be pretty rare, or you can get like the just gamble for loot. And so they're talking about, how the Sepulchre's been a roaring success, but they still feel like something's missing, an excuse to keep coming back. Yes, 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 in the initial design, the Dark Acorn was intended to be the grand prize. But once you bought the Acorn, what more is there to strive for? Exactly. 5,000 whopping Hallowed Marks for this guy, and I'm happy I did it. It was fine, And in the long run, wasn't that bad of a grind. It took like maybe a week or so just doing the Sepulchre. Um, and they say we'd like to propose a new item purchasable with the Hallowed Marks, which they will call the Hallowed Treasure Sack. And this is basically exactly what I proposed when I said, we need something like a gamble option. Basically, when you open it, it would just yield approximately 100k worth of loot. And it would cost 100 Hallowed Marks. And I think that is fantastic. It's, just more money. And it just gives a reason to use those Hallowed Marks besides just getting a gargantuan stack of them. I personally would like to possibly see, I don't know what I'd like to see from them. I guess just the regular Sepulchre loot, would be good. Maybe add something else, something spicy. I still think that there should be like a pet chance where it's like a gamble. That would be rare, but I don't know. I think this is really good. I would definitely vote yes to this. About getting the Hallowed Sepulchre sack. Now, the next question, they don't mention at all in here, and I don't know how I feel about this one. I kind of am hit or miss here. They say if question 19 passes, which is, the Hallowed sack or whatever, should the Hallowed Treasure sack contain a guaranteed 50 Emily's crystals as part of the 100k value of the stack? And there, well, I guess it says as part, and there is where I kind of don't know about how I feel about this. Because the idea here is that it would devalue rooftop agility, right? Rooftop, the only saving grace really of rooftop, I mean, is that some of the courses like are AFK and you can make the money from getting that, and it's the only way to get the Hallowed Marks or I'm sorry, not the Hallowed Marks, the fucking Graceful Marks, which are used for Amelie's crystals and the Graceful. So I don't know how I feel about a guaranteed 50 crystals. I would be okay if it was like a chance type of thing where it was like not a guaranteed amount but a random quantity, because I can see this crashing and just like affecting Amelie's crystal prices, and I just don't like the idea of it being a guaranteed 50. If it was just like a random quantity, I think that'd be better, because the Hallowed Sepulchre is already so good. If my sources are correct, I believe it's already the best skilling moneymaker in the game right now. It is so much money. The Ring of Endurance somehow is like retained its value. It's not even right here. It says 22. I think it's still being traded right now as of when this video is being made for like 50 plus mil. So it's just so good money that I don't know about those. Okay, so moving on. Oh shit, and they said so if this were to be added, the treasure sack, there won't be a need for the Dark Acorn to be an expensive grand prize. Which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know why they say that, but they want to make it so that if the Hallowed sack comes out, the Dark Acorn price is reduced from 5,000 Hallowed Marks to 3,000, which that's quite a bit, That's quite a bit. Players who already own one, so like myself, I've already got the Dark Squirrel, would be refunded, so I'd get 2,000 Hallowed Marks, I guess, just in my bank or some shit, if the question passes. Now, I kind of have like conflicting feelings about this. So my overall feeling, I kind of feel like is yes. I feel like that's fair, because something rubbed me the wrong way. Like I knew I was gonna get the Dark Acorn and get the Dark Squirrel, but at the same time, it felt so. I really don't feel right about the way this is done. Right, like the Dark Squirrel Recolor is the only like pet Recolor, or one of them, at least of the skilling pets, that actually takes like effort to get for the most part. Every other one is just so like retard simple. Like the Golem, you just use like an ore on it, and okay, that's the Recolor. The fucking the Phoenix fire making pet, you just buy some lighters or whatever that recolors it. The rune crafting pet, you use a rune on it, right? Or you like rune craft with it, something like that. The farming pet, they just added all these basically free upgrades to that. So, and this is not a Bible. I mean, this is like a grind. So I like the fact that it's respected, but I just think it's dumb that they have all these recolors, that they have so many more that you just don't have to do shit for, and they're just free. So at one point, I like it being rare, But I also think 3,000 is like a fair amount, because it's like, what's the point of grinding that hard for this rare pet if, you have like every color of the rainbow pet out there for every other thing, and all you have to do is spend 100k on the GE or max to get those recolors. I don't know. But I'd probably personally vote yes to it. But I don't know. I kind of am halfway between yes and no. Like, I don't know if I'll skip it or vote yes. I just think it's stupid how they say there won't be a need for the Dark Acorn to be an expensive grand prize. It's like, well, I don't know why you would say that, because I don't know. I guess the idea behind that was they thought, oh, once a player gets 5,000 marks, he'll just be at 99 agility and be done. But that's not the case. So let me know what you guys think about that one in the comments. Okay, moving on. We're getting through this here, almost done. This is, I think, the final question maybe about the Hallowed Sepulchre. There are a number of tools that can help you overcome the trials of the Hallowed Sepulchre, but right now there's no way to store them conveniently. We'd like to allow you to leave your tools with the mysterious stranger, the same way that you're able to store farming gear with a tool leprechaun. I mean, I guess. I don't care. Sure, go for it. There's no way to store them conveniently. I mean, you have a fucking bank, I guess, but if you're a, Ultimate Iron Man, I could definitely see the issue there. I guess it doesn't hurt, doesn't really matter. For myself, like, as a regular player with the bank, it's not really a big deal. It's like, yeah, I guess I don't really fit into too many categories, but like, just put the hammer next to a hammer in your bank, the grapple wherever, next to your regular grapple in the bank. I guess that question doesn't hurt. I'd vote yes. Should we allow players to store blah, blah, blah? Okay, when we initially released Darkmare, the Blisterwood tree offered 76 XP per log chopped. We later lowered those rates to 52 XP, but we've seen feedback that you would like to raise them again. Should XP per log chopped be reset to 76? What the fuck? Now, look, I don't know what the rates are. I'd like to know the XP per hour more than, like, the rate of log chopping, I guess, because I don't know what these are. But from my understanding, it's like AFK, right? Pretty AFK. You don't really make money. I think you just drop them. It's like the, precursor to a redwood tree at 62 wood cutting. I really don't give a shit. I don't know. I don't know what the rates are from the difference there. I don't know how quickly it chops. I think it should be not as good XP as like doing things like teaks and dropping teaks regularly, or other trees. But I think if it should be better XP than just like doing U's and magics and redwoods AFK. So I don't know exactly about that. I'll skip that. What is this? Our next question deals with the Amulet of Blood Fury. This is going to be good. Such an item that when it first came out, it was a good concept, but it was so underwhelming because it was like it was like a 10%. Yeah, it says right here, it currently has a 10% chance to heal for 10% of damage given. That is so dog shit. Think about that. Let's say you hit 10 times, right? And like, you're gonna have to, if you hit it fucking 40, there's a 10% chance that it'll give you 4 health back. That is so bad. Compare that to a Guthin set, where I don't know if it's the exact amount you hit or whatever, but it's like a 25% chance to go off. Like, this is so almost not worth it at all. So let's see what they propose instead. Our next question deals with the Amulet of Blood Fury. We'd like to improve its HP drain ability, giving it a 20% chance to heal for 30% of the damage. Yeah, I think that would be a lot better, a lot more fair. Because then if you were tanking at God Wars or whatever, or doing other activities, if you combine this with a Guthin set, that'd be a lot more fair, I think, in my estimation. So I'll definitely vote yes on that. Make it less of dead content. And then next up, oh yeah, we got the people that complained about Dark Graceful being Graceful, okay, or whatever. Let me go put on my Dark Graceful so we can see the Graceful here, okay. It's not dark enough, dude. I don't even want it. It looks like dog shit. We got the Criers. Okay, let me bank these fucking magic logs. Okay, so here's the Dark Graceful. Okay, it's dark. Now, I want you to notice something, okay? Look at it. It's dark, right? It's not black, it's just dark. It matches the color of the Dark Squirrel. Okay, now let's look at the quote-unquote white Graceful, okay? Let's look at something here. Let's look at the quote-unquote white Graceful. Let's compare and contrast. Okay, I put this on. Okay, it's white, right? Yeah, it's white, but then you zoom in. I want you to notice. Look how much of this is not actually white, but it's like gray. It's like, okay, gray, 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 dark, gray, 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 gray. We got a lot of blacks and grays in here too. Okay, it's like you have some very little actual white, but no one's complaining about this being great. Okay, put on this, and people are just saying, "Oh, it looks too gray." But at the same rate, it's like we got some dark grays. I think it would look ugly if this was all black. Like, maybe what they're proposing is okay. I don't like the look of that as much, I don't think. Let me show you what a pure black item looks like in this game to show you how dog shit this looks like. Okay, the black party hat. I wish the black party hat was this color. Watch, I put it on. It just looks wrong. It's like a single flat color. It's very ugly. I don't think it's good. So if they try to make it look too much like that, I think it would take a lot of the intricacies out of there. I don't know. So this is, I guess, what they're proposing it to look like instead. Should it be darker? Bum bum bum. Let me get close to my monitor here to see what I think. I don't know, man. I'll probably vote no. I just don't know. I mean, I've never been on the not dark enough train, I guess, but I just don't know. Maybe I'll skip it. Maybe I don't know. I wish that they gave more pictures than just a single fucking picture with like the female character skin like from too far away with random. I don't know. I think it looks okay the way it is. I think it looks okay, but we'll see. Cause then look, the squirrel's not gonna look right. It's the same color scheme as the squirrel. I don't know. Okay, miscellaneous. And now for the everything else section, with the release of the Ferox Enclave, pretty neat area. You should check it out if you haven't already. And the subsequent migration of Clan Wars and Last Man Standing, the Desert Plateau is looking rather empty. Yes, it probably is. Let's go look at the Desert Plateau. I guess that's this area down here. Oh shit, or I don't even know what it is. I think it's this. Yeah, it does look kind of empty. This is like a weird area. Luckily, we've already found some of the prospective tenants in the form of a clan of hill giants to keep on theme. These hefty lads would drop steel scimitars. I don't care, man. I mean, that's like a very... I mean, you can go for it, I guess, if you want to add hill giants. I don't think hill giants are very sand-themed, but I don't care. I don't think that's the most interesting thing you could add to that area, but whatever. Time for a blast from the past. The Saradomin halo, currently available from Star Wars, has a turquoise tint. Unfortunately, this is the color associated with Saren. Wah, wah, wah. The elven god. I like the look of it, though. The elven goddess who appeared much later in the lore, and now that her halo is available in the game, the two of them are too easily confused. What? I need to look this up. Hold on. Oh, shit. OSRS wiki. What is... I gotta compare and contrast these fucking halos real quick. Saren's halo. Okay, and then let me look at what the current Saradomin halo looks like. Yeah, they are kind of similar. It's like the same color. I mean, it should probably be darkened a little bit. Same color scheme. Never bothered me before I knew about it. This, I think, looks a little weird. I think that looks like dog shit, unfortunately. But it is, I guess, the more proper deep blue Saradomin color, so I'll probably vote yes to differentiate them. Maybe if like it was a color, I don't know. It looks a little weird. So they just want to, I guess, update it to make it that color. What do you think? Okay. And that's it. These questions are pending feedback. Brought to you by these mods. So, yeah, this is a bit of a longer video, coming in at half an hour. But it was just me ranting and kind of vibing. I'm going to keep it pretty unedited and, clean cut and whatever. So I'll let you guys be the judge of if you like this. And if you do, if this gets any views, I'll do some more for interesting update notes and shit in the future. So with that said, let me know what you guys think about these update proposals, the controversial issues, all that fun stuff. And remember to like the video, share it, share it on Facebook, send it to your grandmother, your whole family. If you have a friends group, send it to all them. Send it to your local senator, government. Like it too. Subscribe for sure. Definitely subscribe. 100% do subscribe. Turn off ad blocker. Just watch my video. Like refresh the video 10 times. Watch it. Turn on the bell. I want you to wake up from a cold sweat in the middle of the night, and I want you to see the bell. I want it to be shaking. I want you to know every time I take a shit. I just want you to get a notification for that. And you have to do all that stuff. You have to do it all, and you have to do it right now, and you have to comment, and you have to like it, and you have to subscribe. So, bye.